best Christmas experience, I think in Europe, maybe in the whole world, maybe in the entire world. I'm not sure because we have not seen one better than this, is Santa's Village in Rovaniemi. I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly, Finland. And in Lapland, Finland. And so we want to make sure you guys know the cost, the main kind of attractions that we did, our favorite experiences, the cost for like actual of those experiences besides just tickets and everything like that. And then the big thing is like the number one thing we did not like. And it is a massive thing. We'll kind of mention it.
Shocking, actually. Yeah. It's quite shocking.
We'll kind of mention it more towards the end, but like it almost ruined the whole trip, I want to say. So like it would be our kind of main advice to like make sure your trip goes better than ours, even though ours still went very well. Yeah. Right. So first off, the cost. So obviously we do live in Spain. If you're new to our channel, we do live in Spain. We did a short drive to Alicante because there was a direct flight from Alicante to Helsinki. Mm-hmm. And just so you know, we could not have gone at a more expensive time, probably in the entire year. We went December 22nd to December 26th. We wanted to make sure we were there on Christmas Day to see Santa in Santa's Village in the Arctic Circle, right? That was our entire goal. And the flights from Alicante to Helsinki direct was $200 round trip. Direct flight. Absolutely insane. We took 7 of us for like under $1,500. Could not believe that we were able to get that price. In a future video, we did do a little boat tour from Helsinki to Tallinn. So we'll talk about Estonia a little bit, but we want to make sure we let that know that flight price right away. Mm-hmm. The second thing I want to cover is if you book it more than enough in advance, which is why we're shooting this video now, hopefully you guys can book this in advance. There's supposed to be an overnight train where you have a sleeper cabin that is supposed to be incredible. Absolutely incredible. And we booked it so late. We only booked this like a month out, maybe?
Not even. No, it was
3 weeks out.
It was in December when we booked this.
We saw the cheap flights, and this is actually why we decided to do it from Alicante to Helsinki. Yeah. That's actually what spurred us, but you're right. It probably was like the first week of December. We booked it.
It was very late.
All the trains were booked up, all the overnight. There was nothing there. Get the overnight train. I heard it's incredible. That's the way to go to Rovaniemi, where Santa's Village is. We had to buy a flight instead. And that was actually more expensive. The like 1 hour little hopper flight from Helsinki to Rovaniemi was more expensive than Alicante to Helsinki. So a little bit of planning goes a long way, I will say. The next up, I'll let Aubrey kind of touch on a lot of the kids' activities that we did and we actually enjoyed. Because at the end of this, we're going to talk about some of the things we did not enjoy. But this is the things we actually liked and was worth the price.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of it. I don't even know what we did first because we just did so much.
Go ahead.
One of the first things we did was we went and like met the Huskies. So I'm not a fan of riding the Huskies or making the Huskies pull us, like either our children. So, I mean, I think all of us are.
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
What we wanted to do instead is to go where the Huskies were resting and then we would go feed them and pet them and play with them. We thought that would just be better than making them like pull us around, which to each their own. But we just preferred to go and feed them and play with them. And the kids were a little sad because right after we left, right after we had our times, we had to book a certain time to go in. They brought all the little puppy Huskies out and we were like outside of the gate. No, we want the puppies. But they were fun. The kids, they were jumping all over. Some of them, they were fighting because like one of the dogs was in heat. Yeah. So all the male dogs were trying to get to the girl dogs. So they had to tell the kids like, hey, do not touch this one when this one's around. So they did have to keep them separate. That was a little...
I want to hop in here. Of the things we liked, because we did enjoy the Husky one, it seems a little by chance if you get to have the Husky puppies come out, if you only get to have 4 dogs come out, like...
Or the grumpy Husky.
Or the grumpy one. Like, it's by chance. And so, like... I would say this was the weakest of the ones we enjoyed.
But not for the kids.
Not for the kids. The adults were like, what is happening?
Well, then at the end, you get to pick a little card and our kids like still have them and they love them. And it's the names of all the Huskies. You can choose what Husky you like the best and you could get that as like your little souvenir. Mm-hmm. So the kids loved it.
And that is included in the price.
Yeah. The kids just loved it. Yeah. And then after that, we didn't do the reindeer.
Elf training.
So we skipped over the reindeer. We just kind of said hi to them like as we were walking by. Mm-hmm. And then we went to elf training. Mm-hmm. Elf training was super cool. We booked that one. I think you have to book that and you had to book a time. And I think we paid for that in advance, correct?
We did. And again, I would say we went in with very low expectations for this one. And this one probably surprised us the most.
It was so much fun. So what is it? They had to they throw snowballs. You had to basically you had to train to become an elf. So the kids got to be able to train. They got to, what they do? They had to,
so they did the lassos where you had to help lasso things in.
Yeah.
You went down like a little hill on the not snow plow, but on the sled, to deliver the presents.
Oh, the best one was they played red light, green light. Yeah. And so they had to pretend so obviously if someone
they're
sees
hiding
you,
from
you
humans.
have to hide.
Yeah.
So the kids got to play that. They kept playing over and over and over again. I mean, they got to go on little mini snowmobiles. They got to, it was so much fun.
There was probably 8 to 10 little events they had to learn.
We spent forever here. It was so much fun. We were playing. It was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, they have a little hut where you can go and get hot chocolate. Yep. So the hot chocolate's all included. So we went in there and hung out marshmallows. We roasted marshmallows and had hot chocolate. So that was really fun. Yep. Loved it. It was great. Very, very highly recommend that. Yep. Then after that, we actually walked down to the horses. You're supposed to schedule something, but we didn't want to ride the horses again.
We just wanted to feed them.
We wanted to feed them and pet them. And so because it wasn't crowded when we went, the ladies let us give them food, and we went and pet all the horses, and we just said hello and then we left. But the horses were really pretty. Yep. So we got to be by the horses.
But I'm going to talk about the outside tours that we did. So we did a food tour that I'm going to start with. That basically we got to see Rovaniemi and walk throughout the tiny town. Mm-hmm. And did local cuisine there, basically. We took the bus. And we took the bus from Santa's closest village or whatever thing to the food tour. Mm-hmm. And we walked all around the town. I mean, the town's not very big. It probably took us 20 minutes walking most. Mm-hmm. But we started off, and I want to say this one was around, it was $80 a person for this one. Yeah. And there were 7 of us, so about $550, right? But we ate a lot.
So much food.
Yeah. And so the very first one was like a fish salmon type of soup, potato soup or something that was local to it. The second one, was it potato? Was it the hot dog thing? No, it was the hot dog thing.
It was the hot dog.
So we went to this famous hot dog and fry type of thing. All these cold areas seem to have a hot dog and French fry type of combination for some reason. Iceland had the same thing. And so that was good.
This one's next.
And then we went to the fanciest restaurant of them, and it was cold smoked reindeer cut, different types of cheese, all sorts of different types of meats and stuff local to the area, a little bit of fish that was local to the area, but basically reindeer made in all different ways, shapes, and form. We're going to have, again, photos of this as we're talking about it. Really, really good. And then we even had we actually got some ice cream and then some almost cake because the place closed down by mistake on top of our food tour. So they felt bad. So they
we were supposed to get chocolate.
Yeah, they're supposed to get chocolates from Finland. That place was closed. So they gave us all these extra things just as a sorry, basically. Yeah. And so we stopped at 5 different places. Every single place on the food tour was amazing. If you guys watch some of our other videos, obviously you can tell we love food tours for some reason. I think it's a great way to explore the town and the kids stay engaged because you only spend 30 minutes in each location.
Yeah, it's quick.
But you're eating, right? Yeah. You're hanging out, you're eating, you're learning a little bit, then you move on, you eat some more.
Yeah.
And then the second thing I'm going to hop on real quick is we then did a snowmobile tour. That was a probably top 3 highlight for the entire family.
Yeah.
And what was really cool about this was that how to say this correctly? You can pay cheap, $50 a person. And they put you in this line of 60 to 100 people. And you end up just taking these trails going 5 miles an hour because you're stuck behind these people, right? If you pay about $25 more per person, you can get a smaller private tour where they cap it at 10 or 12 or 15. Because we were 7 already.
This was our tour price.
Yeah. So exactly. So it's under 100 a person. Yes. So under 100 a person, where the other ones are 60 a person. So again, let's say 90, $85 a person, $25 more. You get either a completely private tour or it's with a max of 10 people, 11, 12 people. You go so much faster. They take you on different routes. So you're not slowed down by all the big groups. You can actually go faster on top of the snowmobile. They take you to certain areas so you guys can like see the stars better and stuff like that. Long story short, they have better tracks. You get to go faster and you're not in a line waiting for hundreds of people. Like sometimes people couldn't move for 5 minutes at a time because it was like a traffic jam on these lanes. Yeah. So,
but the kids are also discounted. So if your kids aren't of age to ride on the back of the snowmobile, they put them in a climate controlled sled. And basically 4 people could fit inside the sled because his mom was in there and then 3 of the kids.
Yep.
Like sometimes there was 2 and then they would swap out. But then eventually they started letting the kids come out and like swap on the back. So that was really nice. But they were discounted if you're in the sled.
Yep.
So it was probably a little bit more, but because we did the sled, it was a little bit cheaper.
Still 100% worth it. Yeah. It was one of our
so fun.
Across the board top 3 for us, the kids, my mom, everyone, exploring like the snowy woods in the Arctic Circle during Christmas time with like no lights, like it's incredible.
Rush. It was an adrenaline rush.
Absolutely incredible. So,
and then we booked an Airbnb. I think it was called like Santa's Closest Neighbor.
That's exactly it, actually.
Yeah. So in general, when we go to places, we prefer Airbnbs. Like we prefer like a home because in general, we are 7. We are so many. And a lot of places in Europe, your max is 5. I think that's what we see is like you have 5. The moment you hit 6, you have to get a second room. So for us, hotels, they don't even make sense because we actually want to be together.
We have to buy 2 rooms too.
So we either try to buy like a big suite or we go for a house. So here we did book the house and it was, I want to say 5 minutes. We had to walk through a path and we were right there in the village, right by the little grocery store and everything. Yeah. So for us, staying 5 minutes out where they had sleds, they had all the stuff already there, a home with washer dryer because you need to dry your clothes because it does get wet. For us, it made sense. And I think what did we spend a night?
$850
a night. Again, we are 7. It is a bigger place. And we probably would have spent more than that if we had to book 2 hotels.
100%.
Like for us, it just makes financially more sense to book a bigger place than to two small places to be separated from the family.
Well, and again, just to keep reiterating this, we were there Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. We were there the most expensive time of the year, last minute. And so I'm sure you can get it cheaper at other times. It's open 365 days a year is my understanding for this Santa's Village. And by close, I just want to add on this real quick. You could see the lights of the whole complex thing that we're going to get into. And you guys are going to be seeing photos and videos pop up as we're talking. A true 5-minute walk through the snow woods, like a wooden snow woods covered, beautiful walk.
And our kids loved it. I mean, there was just snow everywhere. So our kids were just trying to jump, and it was very hard snow though. They were trying to jump into the rock piles of snow, but it's still, our kids loved it because we don't have snow here. So for them, just seeing it reminded them of home. So they were really, really, really happy. Yeah.
And true 5-minute walk. It is Santa's closest neighbor. Like they aren't joking. There's no house closer than it.
Yeah.
And they have a complete path that walks directly to it, just to be clear. I should have probably said this first in the video. One of the best things about Finland was the level of English is astonishing. Like it is truly top notch. Like I would say equivalent to the Dutch, like in the Netherlands, maybe barely worse, but like it was good. Like living in Spain, a lot of times people are like, I speak English. They don't. Like they understand some but like, it's not the same level as like the northern countries, and Finland like really proved that. Their English was in Helsinki, in Rovaniemi, wherever we went, really, really good English. So that one made it easier for us to kind of move around. 2, I do want to mention the airport. If you guys fly into Rovaniemi, it is a tiny airport. Now they get so many visitors. I think they're up to like 1 million visitors now during Christmas time and stuff like that because of it. It handles it okay, but it's a small airport. So
it's expensive.
It's expensive. Yeah. You can take a bus. You can take a taxi. You can get stuff. Just know that like, I do think the train is a little bit better option. This overnight sleeper train, just to like hit it one more time besides the views and everything like that. The airport works. It's just small and crowded. Just know that. And like, it's not that people are rude. It's not that anyone's really in a big rush or anything like that. It's just crowded. It's just a small airport, right? So I'm going to kind of let Aubrey go back into more about Santa Claus Village. I know that's kind of why people are here for this video. So, the things we kind of just like walked around and saw,
Yeah. Now there's a lot of things there.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many.
We did about half.
Yeah, we did half because we did feel, after looking up like people's blogs and watching things, we did feel that some of the events and activities, the lines were huge.
Mm-hmm.
And for us to wait in the lines and then not be able to do other things when we had limited days, we just didn't want to do that. So we just kind of skipped over it and we did other things.
Yep.
But one thing we did do was the salmon hunt. Everyone's like, whatever you do, go to the salmon hunt.
Yeah.
We went, I think
we're back to food again, but it was worth it.
Well, we went at like maybe 12 and they might have opened at 11 or something. We went like right after elf training. I forget what we did.
We went an hour. No, we went at 11. So we went an hour after they opened.
That's right.
But we didn't get in till
I'm sorry.
1:30.
No, we went when it opened. We were in line.
No,
when
we were
it
like
opened.
30 minutes late. Yeah, but still.
But the line was so long. The line was very long. But honestly, the kids went and played in the snow, and we called them when it was time. They had so much fun. But the salmon was so good. It was absolutely amazing.
And it was a fair price. I want to say it was like $20 or 25 for the plate, and that was everything. That was your drink, a massive slab of salmon, a side, a bread. It was worth it.
We were very full. We kind of thought, oh, this isn't going to be enough, but the salmon was huge, and we were very full when we were done. Everyone was very full, so that was absolutely delicious.
Like a wood grilled salmon, flame grilled in a hut.
It was amazing.
It was good.
So worth it. You have to go. If you like salmon, you got to go.
Number one food place on Santa Claus Village, for sure.
And then they did have a little playground, or not a little playground. It was a decent sized playground, but the kids played in the playground. That was a lot of fun for them. They just go run around and play. There's hot chocolate everywhere in like the little gingerbread area. Yeah. The hot chocolate was good, so we went in there. We actually met some people from Ohio when we were in there. I don't know how. I don't even know how we got on this. Or maybe you had a Bengals hat.
It was probably my Bengals beanie.
You had a Bengals beanie, and so we had conversations there at the hot chocolate place. Yep. But there's hot chocolate everywhere, and the hot chocolate is so good. Mm-hmm. It's so good. So endless amount of hot chocolate. What else was there? And then once you cross into the Arctic Circle, apparently you can take your passport. You used to be able to take your passport and you go get a stamp. Yeah. We went and we stood in line. We were not able to get one.
It wasn't a big line. So just if they say, if people's blogs say you can do it, apparently for some reason they are not allowing that anymore.
Yeah. Maybe they've changed it, but when we went as 2025, we went in December 2025, they did not. Yeah. They did not have that
I thought it'd be so cool to have a passport stamp that I made it to the Arctic Circle, So obviously we still took a picture past the Arctic Circle line and everything like that. It's cool. But there is no passport stamp anymore. Mm-hmm. And that was free. It was just like, just get it done, but not anymore. Mm-hmm. So, I think the main thing with that is there's so many things to do. There's like a little ice museum. There's like snowmobile rides.
Meet with Mrs. Claus,
things like that. We're going to get to that in a bit. There's like a reindeer ride. The lines are so long and it looked like a pretty short experience where like the elf training was like hour plus.
Or for the money. It was so expensive for like a 15-minute thing. We're just like, but this doesn't seem worth it where other things seem worth it.
Yeah. Like I'd rather do the snowmobile for an hour and a half or whatever we had compared to the reindeer for a 5-minute pull and I have to wait in line for 2 hours or something like that. That's our personal opinion. You guys still have other options. We didn't do it because it just seemed crowded.
And we have friends who went and they did everything. And like they waited in line and did everything. And they had an amazing time. Yeah. But that's just not
us.
It's just not us. We don't wait in super long lines. We'd rather go do something quickly where not a lot of people are.
All right. This video is getting a little long, so we are going to wrap up with the number one thing that basically almost ruined our entire trip. There's no other way to put this. And it really almost ruined it for the kids. It's not that it ruined it for us, like, as we know this, right? But like for the kids, it really like put a damper on their spirits. And so then Aubrey will talk about what we did to like then try to raise their spirits at the end. And we'll end the video on a high note. The number one thing, Santa Claus was terrible. There's no other way to put this. We went on Christmas Day because we thought like, man, this is going to be so magical. I wish I had peeked ahead and looked, because if I had done it, there's no way I would have taken them. We would have just skipped Santa and let the magic live with them. You know what I mean? Type of thing. When you get in line, you're standing in line and we got in line pretty early, so it wasn't too bad. We only waited about an hour. And there were some people waiting 3-4 hours for Santa. the moment you enter like Santa's cabin, however you want to call it,
The gift shop,
you are wrapped around in this cabin and all you see is skip the line for 500 euros. Meet Santa Claus by yourself for 1,000 euros. Meet Mrs. Claus for 400 euros. And it's all these TV screens and signs that are literally just saying,
it's like merchandise. All it is
just skip the line for five. Like, and the kids are like, and like our kids can read. Obviously, they're not so young that they can't read. And they're like, what do you mean we can meet Santa for $500? Like, why do we have to pay him money? Like, why do we have to pay him money for the photos? Like, why do we have, so like, it really, like, and then we met Santa. And obviously he's from Finland. Apparently he's been doing it for like 40 years. Just the same Santa Claus or something like that. He said like one word to our kids, gave them like a sticker, not even like a chocolate or something. We got told we had to like take a picture. Our kids couldn't even ask him a question really.
Yeah.
And we got shuttled out the door. Like it was by far the worst experience. I thought everywhere else in Santa Claus Village was so magical, so well done. People in costumes, people in characters, like acting like they're an elf, they're Santa's helper. I'm Mrs. Claus, whatever, just acting like they should be. And then it was just so, I don't know if capitalism is the right word, but like it was just so like, give money to spend time with Santa, spend money to skip the line, spend money for Santa to actually talk to you, spend money to get a gift with Santa, spend money to take a picture with Santa. And it was just like TV screen after TV screen, sign after sign, just smashing you in the face as you're standing there waiting for an hour. Like there's nowhere to go. So it's just hitting you in the face constantly.
We left very just like, I don't know, just down. I think everyone was just like, ugh. I don't know how to.
And it was Christmas Day for us too, right? It was like,
I don't know how to explain it. The letdown that we felt afterwards, and all the kids did too. But no one really said anything because everyone was grateful, right? So our kids didn't say anything, but you could just see it on their faces of just like, oh. And then they told us later.
We asked them, and they're like, no, like that was weird. Yeah. And so they're like, that wasn't the real Santa.
Yeah.
They're like, the real Santa wouldn't charge us money. The real Santa would bring joy. The real Santa would like do all these things. They were like very angry about it.
Yeah.
So this rant's over, but we did end up booking a last minute thing that was well worth it and something we want to
all of our spirits
talk about.
Were completely lifted once we booked a Northern Lights, like a special or a small group Northern Light tour, which was supposed to be only a group of 8. We were 7, so we ended up having a private group. And then we made sure, cause after we were reading a whole bunch of things, to make sure you buy the guaranteed money back. Because there are some that are a lot cheaper, but if you buy the ones that are you have to see the lights or you're guaranteed your money back, they'll keep going and they'll try to find the Northern Lights, or if not, you get your money back. So then you wouldn't spend that much money.
It's not even that. They have driven to like Sweden before to like go get the Northern Lights. They have an app that like tells them where it is.
Yeah.
They have driven from Finland to Sweden because someone said go do it, and it was like a 20-hour trip. Yeah. And they did it.
The specific one, the specific guide that we had, he goes, when you're satisfied, we stop. So we saw like a little teeny tiny one, and he's like, it was within maybe the first 20 minutes. Yeah. We got in the car. He's like, oh, I think I found one. So we went off. We saw a really small one. He goes, all right, let's go for the next one. Or if you guys are done, we could just go back. And we're like, wait, we want to go see more. Of course we want to see more. He's like, all right. And so
and to be clear, he's like, I don't think this one's good enough. He's like, but this one's not bad. He's like, I think I can find you a better one.
Yeah. But he was amazing. Honestly, he was very engaging. He was a lot of fun. He had snacks and drinks with the kids. I'm honestly, even just coming in the car with him, learning about their culture, everything. It was a really great experience. Then we did find a place where we were basically on a frozen lake. It was incredible. It was a little chilly. But I don't think it was that bad. As people were saying, it was cold, but not. Our kids were making snow angels on the ground. They were like, "Are you sure your kids are?"
I think Aubrey's brought up a good point. People were saying like 4 layers: long johns,
everything,
sweater,
hand warmers,
a jacket, and then a snow jacket. We had a long john and a snow jacket, and every day except at nighttime. At nighttime, we threw on the extra sweater, and it was fine.
Now, the only thing I would recommend is double gloves and double or triple socks, because obviously your fingers are cold and your toes are cold. Everything else, it's game over. Where everything else I think is fine. But if we had like a thin layer glove on, and then we had like the thick snow gloves on, and then same with the socks. So outside of that though, honestly, we were fine. We were completely fine. And I'm always freezing. And I was even like, oh my God, I'm so hot. I'm like ripping off layers. But I think 2 to 3 layers for for us was completely fine in Finland.
100%. So, again, the Northern Lights, do the guaranteed one. It really made it. Obviously, you're going to see a ton of photos all throughout the whole thing. The last thing I do want to tell you is take as many photos as you can. This is like kind of weird. A lot of the people who, they weren't with us, they like kind of met up. It was two groups. So we got put in one group, the other group. And so we each had our own separate guides. You can take as many photos as you want. Like the guides were encouraging you.
Yeah, they had professional photos with it too.
Take as many. This is included in your price. And they use like a real camera, everything to take the photos. And so like the other people would take like 3 and then stop.
Yeah.
And the guys were like, are you sure? Like the guys were trying to get everyone to take more photos. You didn't have to ask us and our kids. We probably got like
we took all the photos.
250 photos, legitimately. Every kid had like at least 20 photos. We had photos together. We had group photos, individual photos. Yeah. No one else wanted to take the photos. It is all included. So like whether you take 10 photos or 100 photos, it's included in your price.
Yeah, it was cool.
Take the photos.
Yeah.
Like
it was the best.
Yeah.
So we came home. Everyone was so happy after that because it was like, I don't know, it was just like, that was what everyone wanted to see for years and years. We've always dreamed about it. And then we finally saw it and we're like, it made the beginning part of the day not feel as, I don't know, down as the end.
Yeah, exactly. It made up for meeting Santa.
100%.
So we are going to wrap this up, guys. This is one of our longer videos. We just want to say we cannot think of a better Christmas experience. I'm talking in Europe, in USA, in Australia. I don't know. Like truly anywhere else in the world. I can't think of a better Christmas experience. Maybe in the comments, if you guys can think of a better one. I'm talking better than Disneyland, Disney World. For Christmas spirit, I don't know if I can think of a better true Christmas spirit in the Arctic Circle, Santa Claus Village. I truly can't. So, let us know in the comments if you guys can think of anything else. Other than that, we'll see you guys in our next video.
Adios.
Adios.